Russian-born Lydia Thompson and her British husband Louis had moved from Europe to the U.S. after World War I, settling in Detroit. Louis achieved great success by running a car dealership. The Thompsons became rich, and Louis was able to open up a laundromat for his wife to manage. After more than 20 years of marriage, however, the Thompsons began to drift apart. Lydia feared that Louis was having an affair after hiring some detectives to follow her husband. Lydia discovered that Louis had been seeing his secretary named Helen Budnick. Despite Lydia's attempt to repair her marriage, Louis eventually moved out of the house and decided that he would divorce her. On October 13, 1945, Lydia Thompson's headless body was discovered in a marsh near Pontiac, Michigan by some mushroom pickers. She had been tortured and stabbed with an ice pick. Although investigators immediately suspected Louis and his mistress, both passed lie detector tests and had a strong alibi around the time that Lydia was murdered. After more than a year of investigating weak leads, the authorities decided to arrest and charge Louis and his mistress after all. While there was little evidence to convict Louis and Helen, an apparent breakthrough came when a woman came forward and said that her boyfriend had confessed to Lydia's murder. According to the story, Louis had paid the man more than $10,000 to kill his wife. In reality, however, the man was married and had concocted the confession to frighten away his girlfriend. Louis and Helen were released, and the murder remains a mystery. While some believe that the couple was guilty, another theory suggested that Lydia might have been murdered by one of the many detectives whom she'd hired to spy for her husband. In the months leading up to her death, Lydia had been behaving strangely. She had purchased a gun and told friends that she was being followed, but they dismissed her as just being fear and paranoia. In addition, Lydia had borrowed $7,000 from her husband during the year, despite being financially secure from her earnings at the laundromat. Investigators never figured out where the money went. It's believed that Lydia may have used it to pay detectives, but one rumor also claimed that she used it to put a head out on Helen Budnick.